This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, it's Jeff Gunnerdown, and welcome to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. It's the final Sports Catastrophe for the month of May 2023, and this is the Birthday Boy, and he's a legend. If you're a great defense, if you like defensemen, he is an alternate captain for the San Jose Sharks nowadays. He was drafted in 2008 NHL draft by the Senators, so he's been with Ottawa and San Jose only. He's a icon. He's 33 years old. His name is Erik Karlsson. So Erik Karlsson played in Sweden for Frölunda in the Swedish Elite League, facing HP71, scoring the game-winning goal in overtime too. So that was huge. What he could do, getting Frölunda into the playoffs. He helped the Junior 20 team, the underage team, win the Super League playoffs. So the 2008 entry draft came up, and he was ranked fourth for Europeans and all that. Well, fifth actually, behind Nikita Filatov, Kirill Petrov, Anton Gustafsson, and Matthias Tendenby to be drafted and all that. But Russia took Filatov. Filatov was taken sixth by Columbus after 5 picks of non-Europeans. Denmark's Michael Bodker, former Kitchener Ranger who helped the Rangers in the 2008 Memorial Cup, not win it, but get there, was drafted by Phoenix. And then Karlsson became the third European taken, and he was taken by the Ottawa Senators, who made a big trade with Nashville at the trade deadline to get Karlsson. So they did it. So he was selected. Defensemen drafted ahead of him were Drew Doughty to LA, Zach Bogosian to Atlanta, Alex Pietrangelo to St. Louis, Luke Schenn to Toronto, and Tyler Myers to Buffalo, and Colton Tolbert to LA. So Karlsson made his own move. You know, he did pretty well for himself and all that in the 2008 draft. And Ottawa, hosting the draft, drafted him. So it was good. Daniel Albertson actually made the selection for him. Yeah, Brian Murray traded Ottawa's number 18 overall pick and their third round pick to Nashville for Nashville's 15th pick so that they could get Erik Karlsson. Strange how other teams didn't want to take Erik Karlsson beforehand. But Karlsson was made part of Frölunda. He went back to Sweden to play for Frölunda and was part of the Senators training camp. He actually made the team's roster and started in 9 games with Ottawa, and then down to the AHL affiliate Binghamton. All that. But he would be recalled by Ottawa. They needed him, and would actually play in the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs for Ottawa. He was made in a second season to be part of the 2011 NHL All-Star game. He had a great development with Ottawa and all that, and was part of the 2012 All-Star game and all that. He was the highest scoring defenseman in the NHL, winning by 25 points and all that. And, you know, it was amazing. One day after signing a 7-year deal with the Senators, worth about $6 million a year, Karlsson was the winner of the Norris Trophy as NHL's best defenseman, beating Zdeno Chara and Shea Weber. That was hard to believe. Becoming the second Swede to do so, winning the Norris after Nick Lidstrom, and would win the award, joining Bobby Orr and Dennis Potvin as Hall of Famers who won the Norris before he was 23 years old. Unfortunately, there was the lockout. Karlsson went to Jokerit in Finland and got in trouble for throwing a stick at a referee, allegedly. He would put up 34 points in 30 games, leading all defensemen in scoring. But when the NHL came back, he got his Ottawa stuff and scored a goal and 2 assists as Ottawa beat the Jets in the season opener. Unfortunately, he lacerated his Achilles tendon when Matt Cook had his skate land on the back of Karlsson's left leg. On purpose? I don't know. But anyway, he was taken out of the lineup. Cook had a lot of problems and all that. But no suspension. Stupid. Karlsson was supposed to be out for 46 months, but he came back after 2.5 months. And he played in the 2013 Stanley Cup playoffs, scoring 8 points in 10 games. Karlsson played in 82 games in the 2014 season. He scored 20 goals, 54 assists, becoming the first defenseman since Brian Leach in 01 to do so. 20 goals and 50 cents in the same season. He was named captain of the Senators after Spezza was traded. So Ottawa placed their trust in Karlsson, and he led the NHL in defensemen, scoring for the third time in 4 years, scoring 21 goals. And winning the 2015 Norris Trophy, alongside beating out Drew Doughty and PK Subban. Karlsson was on top of the world. And in 2006, he actually broke those single-season Swedish defenseman scoring. But Karlsson shocked a lot of people by becoming the first defenseman since Paul Coffey in '86 to be top 5 in scoring across all the leagues. He led the league in assists, becoming the first defenseman since Bobby Orr in 1975 to do so. Shockingly, he lost the Norris Trophy to Drew Doughty. Karlsson would have a couple of hairline fractures in his left heel, but surprised a lot of people by performing in Ottawa's unlikely playoff run to the conference finals, which they lost in double overtime in Game 7. So he did quite well. But his contract was basically albatross for the Senators for rebuilding. So September 2018, he was traded to San Jose in exchange for Chris Tierney, Dylan DeMello, Josh Norris, Rudolph Balcers, San Jose's first-round pick in 2020, second round in 2019, and a conditional second-round pick in 2021. But Karlsson did his job. He got hurt. He had only 45 points in 53 games. So that was that. But in June 2019, the Sharks gave him an 8-year, $92 million contract, which was amazing. Annual value $11.5 million. It was the highest paid defenseman in league history, making him the third highest player in the league at the time, behind Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. Unfortunately, he would break his thumb February 14, 2020, and would miss the remainder of the 2020 season. Of course, that was the COVID season, too. Karlsson was looking good and part of the leading candidates for the Norris Trophy by February 2023. He scored 100 points in that season, just this season, 22-23, making him the first defenseman since Brian Leach in '92 to do so, putting up 101 points. He's a finalist for the Ted Lindsay Award. That's the MVP judged by his peers or players, as you are. And now he's trying to get his third Norris Trophy. Of course, fingers crossed, because the 2023 season is not over yet, and the awards have not been handed out. Unlike the NBA, which does their awards during the season. He has a good style of play offensively, and people were always thinking that Erik Karlsson would be traded from San Jose to a team to try to win the cup, but no, he didn't. So Karlsson did his well job. He had a wife and divorced her in 2013, but married his second wife, Melinda Curry, in 2017, having a boy and a girl. So, anyway, there were a lot of issues and all that. The Karlssons had problems because Monica Carrick was the girlfriend of Senators teammate Mike Hoffman, and there was harassment after their son was stillborn. All that. Carrick would have legal action against her. Karlsson and Hoffman would be traded from the Senators because of this. It's kind of stupid, don't you think? Karlsson and his wife would organize the charity Can't Dim My Light to raise funds and awareness about bullying in schools and all that. So anyway, in his 920 games as of right now, of course 2023, he's still an active player. He scored 761 points, not bad. With 53 points in 67 playoff games, including a couple of deep runs in the playoffs, 2017 and 2019 getting to the conference finals, but not getting to the Stanley Cup final. He's a 7-time All-Star, 2011, 2012, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2023. 2 Norris Trophies. Hopefully he gets number 3. Who knows? So, anyway. He set some records and all that. The Sharks and the Senators. So, yeah. He's a good offensive defenseman, don't you think? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.